everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. So in today's video, I will be showing how I make die-cut stickers using the Print Then Cut feature in Cricut Design Space. Come on, let's get started. The materials that I will be using for this project is vinyl sticker paper. This sticker paper is water resistant and it's compatible with all inkjet printers. I purchased this sticker paper from Amazon. I will leave a link in the description below. I am also using my blue cutting mat to cut the sticker paper because the blue cutting mat is for paper crafting. To begin, I'm going to add my images to the canvas. For this video, I will be using images that I found on Creative Fabrica. I will leave a link in the description below. To add my images, I'm going to go to the left menu and I'm going to select Upload. I'm then going to select Upload Images. I will select Browse. I will browse to the location to where the images are saved, and then I will select my first image. So I'm going to select this image, but I'm going to select the SVG of that image, and I'm going to select Open. Next, this is a cut image, so I'm going to select Upload. On my recent upload, I'm going to select the image and I'm going to add it to the canvas. Now I have my first image added to the canvas, and I'm going to follow the same process until I have all of my images uploaded. Now I have all of my images uploaded. I'm going to add multiple images to the canvas. To add multiple images to the canvas, I am going to select my second image on the recent upload. I'm going to hold down my Control key on my keyboard and I'm going to select the next image on my keyboard until I have all of the images selected. Once I have all of the images selected, I'm going to release my Control key, go to the bottom right, and select Add to Canvas. This is a faster way to add multiple images to the canvas, but you can do them one at a time if you are comfortable doing it that way. Now I have all of the images on the canvas, so I can resize them to my desired size. So I'm just going to move them. And for this tutorial, I want to size all of my images to 2.5 inches in height proportionately. So making sure that the proportion is locked, I am going to change the height of this image to 2.5. And this will size my image proportionately without distorting it. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other 3 images. I'm going to make sure the proportion is locked and size the height to 2.5. And I'll just do that for all of them. Next, I will use the offset feature so the images can have a background. You can also use squares or circles as a background. So I'm going to move this to over here. So I'm going to move the images out of the way so that I can work with them one at a time. And so we're going to be working with this first image right here. And I am going to select the image. Then I'm going to go up to the top menu bar and I'm going to select offset. Here, the offset is going to default to 2.5 inches, to 0.25 inches. And as you can see, it has a pretty large offset to it. And I don't want such a large offset. So I can change the size of the offset by moving the slider bar here. So I can change it by moving the slider bar, or I can just type in the measurements that I want. And so for this image, I want my offset to be 0.15. And then you just hit apply once you've selected the size of your offset. The offset will be applied in a dark color, either this gray or black. And I want my offset to be white. So to change my offset, as you can see here on the layers panel, the offset is selected. I'm going to go up to the operations, and on the color swatch, I am going to select white. Now, because my canvas is white, you cannot really see the offset all that well. I know you can see like a black line around it, but once we go further into the tutorial, you won't be able to see the white offset. And so what I'm going to do so that you can see better, I am going to change the color of my canvas. To change the color of my canvas, I'm going to go to the bottom of my layers panel and I'm going to select blank canvas. Then I'm going to go up to the top menu bar and I'm going to select color. And I'm going to change the color of my canvas to a light gray color. Now back to the offset. When I added an offset to the image, it created another layer. The image and the layer. They are separate. And as you can see, they move separately. So for that to be, so that the two images can become one image, and for print and cut, I will need to flatten them. But before I flatten them, I'm going to move this image away. And as you can see, this offset has some cutouts on it. If I was to cut this now, the Cricut would cut this area away from the offset. And I don't want that. So before I flatten this, I'm going to select my offset and I'm going to go down to the bottom right and I'm going to select contour. The contour feature allows you to hide portions of your image by turning off the individual cut lines. It's kind of like an eraser. You can either select on this side of the menu the areas that you want to hide, or you can go down here and select hide all contours. When you select hide all contours, there will always be the main piece left. This is the part that usually cuts the outside of the layer. And once you're finished, you just hit the X and it'll take you back to the canvas. Now you can see that that area has been filled in. So I will move my image back and make sure that it's centered. So to make sure that it's centered, I am going to select the image and the offset. I'm going to go to the top menu bar and I'm going to select align and center. Once everything is centered, I'm going to make sure everything is selected again, and I'm going to go to the bottom right menu and I'm going to select flatten. This will make them one image, and they will move as one image. Like I stated earlier, you can also use a circle or a square as a background. I will use a circle for my next sticker. So this is my next sticker. I am going to go to the left menu, and I'm going to add a circle to the canvas. I will then send this circle to the back by going to Arrange on the top menu and then select Send to Back. I am going to change the color of this circle to white, and then I am going to position the circle with my image, and I'm going to size it so that the image fits within the circle. Once I have the image sized in the circle, I'm going to center it. To center it, I'm going to select both the image and the circle. I'm going to go to the top menu and select Align, and then I'm going to Align Center. The image has been aligned to center. Making sure everything is selected, I'm going to go to the bottom and select Flatten. I will now add an offset and a circle to the remaining images. Okay, so I have all of the images ready to cut. With Cricut, the largest you can do a print and cut is 6.75 inches by 9.25 inches. So to make sure that our images fit within that parameter, I'm going to use a square as my template. I'm going to add a square to my canvas. So I'm going to go to Shapes, and I'm going to add the square. I'm going to unlock the proportions on my square, and I'm going to change the width to 6.75, hit enter, and change the height to 9.25 and hit enter. And this is going to be my template. I'm going to send it to the back so that we can get the images to the front. So now I'm just going to add, okay, hold on. Next, I'm just going to align my images onto the square to make sure that I fit everything within the Cricut print then cut parameters. So I have my 4 images here. Now I have a little bit of space left down here, and I don't want to waste any paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of my images, and I'm going to go to the top of the layers panel, and I'm going to select duplicate. And then I'm going to bring this image down here, and I'm going to size it down just a little bit just to make sure that it fits within my template. I'm going to select another one. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to bring it to the bottom here, and that looks like it fit. So now that I have my images arranged, I'm going to delete the square. So I'm going to select my square, and I'm going to hit the delete key on my keyboard. To make sure that my images print and cut the same way that they are laid out on the canvas, I am going to select all of the images, and I'm going to attach them. And this is the reason why. So if I don't attach these images, I'm going to go to Make It, and you can see that on the Make It screen, Cricut has sorted the mat, and it pretty much has the images in the order that it feels that it can go on the mat. So these, you can't see the white background, but it's there. But I know that the top two are my circles, and I had them in the middle here. So I want this to print exactly how I have it on the canvas. So I'm going to hit cancel. This is how my images are on the canvas. So to make sure that they print and cut the exact way they are on the canvas, I'm going to select all of the images, and then I'm going to go to the bottom right menu, and I am going to select attach. Now that I've attached my images, I can go to make it. So I'm going to hit make it. Here on this screen, now you can see that the two images that I had circles around are now in the middle. This is our matte screen. And here for this print and cut project, there is nothing here for us to do. So I am just going to hit continue on the bottom right screen. So here on the make it screen, I'm going to select send to printer. Here, I will make sure that my printer is selected, and I'm using a HP OfficeJet 5200 series. I will leave the bleed on, and I am going to turn on the system dialog. And I turn this on so that I can make sure that I can set my preferences so that I can get the best quality print. You don't have to turn on your system dialog if you are comfortable with how your printer is going to print. So once I have my system dialog on, I'm going to hit print. Here, the system dialog box is open, and I am going to make sure again that my printer is selected. Then I'm going to select my preferences. My preferences box will open, and I am going to change my paper type to HP photo paper, because I found that this setting works best with this particular vinyl that I am using. Then I'm going to set my print quality to best. And then I'm going to select OK. Now remember, everybody's settings are different because we all have different machines. So you have to do some testing to see which settings work best for your machine and what works best for the material that you will be using. So now I'm going to select print. Next, I'm going to select my material. Now, for this project, I am using vinyl sticker paper. So for this tutorial, I am going to be creating die cut stickers. So I will be selecting the heavy cardstock for my base material. This will ensure that I get the best cut for my project. If you don't want to do die cut stickers and you want to create sticker sheets, you will then select printable vinyl for your base material. This will give your stickers a kiss cut, meaning it will just cut the top layer of the sticker, and then you will be able to peel the sticker away from the sheet of sticker paper. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on how to make a sticker sheet. Next, I will be using my blue mat to place my sticker paper on. I am going to place the sticker paper in the top left corner of the mat, making sure that it is aligned side to side and top to top. And then I'm just going to press the paper down. Now, when you do this with your hand, you want to make sure that your ink is completely dry. But you want to make sure that the paper is firmly placed on the mat so that you can get a good cut. Next, I'm going to load the Cricut machine. I'm going to load my mat into the Cricut machine. Now, when I load this mat into the Cricut machine is going to read this black box that is around the images. This black box is the registration marks, and it is going to determine where the Cricut will cut out the stickers. So I'm loading the mat with the sticker paper into the Cricut machine. I'm going to press the flashing arrow. And then I'm going to press the flashing C. So the stickers are finished cutting. So what I'm going to do is flip over the mat and peel the mat away from the stickers. And you flip over your mat and peel them away from the stickers so that you can prevent the curling of your paper. So you want to peel the mat away from the sticker. All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.